Okay, so welcome to our Matwork Pilates. I'll just go through a couple of the Pilates basics for those people that haven't joined us before. So obviously this is a workout session, it's not a rehab session, in case it's not going to cure you from anything, so apologies for that. Obviously we want our muscles working, we shouldn't be feeling any pain at any stage. I'll probably refer to it as a pleasant pain experience, but obviously you just don't want any sharp pain. So if you do experience any of that, just stop what you're doing and then either go back to one of the exercises that do feel more comfortable, or just wait till we move on to the next one. We'll have a couple of spinal positions. So anytime where our feet are on the ground, just refer to that as your neutral arch position. So you don't need to really do anything, it's just that natural arch in your lower back. Anytime we bring our feet up into the air, we'll refer to that as our imprinted spine position. So I just want you to think about drawing those stomach muscles in towards the ground, just so we lose that natural arch slightly. We won't lose it completely, it's just to protect that lower back while you're moving through the exercises. I'll also refer to something called your T-zone. Okay, so basically it's just an imaginary T running from hip bone to hip bone. That horizontal line, so just imagine that as your deep abdominal muscles, and then there's a vertical line running up there, our deep pelvic floor muscles. So basically try and think about it from drawing in from those hips and up from that pelvic floor, just to activate those muscles. I'll also probably just refer to it as thinking about stopping yourself from going to the toilet. I know it sounds silly, but just make sure that you breathe. So I'll give you cues for your breathing, so making sure we're inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouth. So typically exhaling through our mouth on the hardest part of the exercise, okay? I'm going to do this session a little bit differently today, so we're only going to do abs and butt, so that we're going to do it twice. So first round we're going to do our abs. Each exercise is going to go for 1.5 minutes. And then we'll do our butt exercises for 1.5 minutes each, and we're going to come back and do them again, but then they're only going to go for 1 minute. I'm hoping if I've done my maths right, then I'll be all right with the Zoom time on there before I get cut out after 40 minutes. Otherwise, let's start lying down on our back. Okay, so we'll just do our first exercise. Okay, so lying down on our back, knees are bent, feet hip distance apart, hands just relaxing down by our side, shoulders are down and back, chins tucked in. So our first exercise is our bent knee fall out. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, so drawing in from those hips and up from that pelvic floor. And exhale, just dropping one knee out to the side. And inhale, drawing it back in. Exhale, dropping that other knee out to the side. And inhale, drawing back in. So just alternating those legs one at a time, dropping the knee over to the side. Okay, the feet stay on the floor. We'll feel that foot roll out to the side, that's all right. We're just keeping those feet down on the ground. Nice, easy one to begin with. Just thinking about getting into that nice breathing pattern. So inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our mouth. So thinking about that T-zone as well. So as I said before, we're thinking about drawing in from those hips and up from that pelvic floor, to really try to engage those deep abdominal muscles and those pelvic floor muscles. Or as I've said before as well, just thinking about stopping yourself from going to the toilet. That's it. Last one either side. And back to the center. Rightio, our next one's going to be our single leg circle. So we're going to go into those ab series. So just raising one foot up towards the ceiling. We're going to reach with our toes, so we're going to be exact same position, shoulders are down and back, hands down by our side. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, slowly lower that leg down towards the ground. Inhale, circling out and around and back to the center. Inhale as you lower down, exhale as you circle out and around. So really trying to engage those abdominal muscles as we circle that leg out and around, and as we lower it towards the ground, I want you to think about really reaching through those toes, okay, making that leg nice and long. That's it. We've got 15 more seconds on this leg. So obviously easier option, okay, just don't lower that leg quite so low and long to the ground, okay. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, lowering a little bit further. Rightio, let's swap that leg over. So other leg extended up towards the ceiling. Exhale as we lower down. Inhale as we circle out and around. Exhale, lower. Inhale, circling out and around. So really reaching through those toes. Start to feel those ribs draw down towards our hips as we lower that leg down towards the ground. You can choose how low you want to lower that leg. Obviously, the lower we go, the harder it's going to be, and we're really going to feel those abdominals engage. Let's go. Last one. And slowly coming down. Righty, our next one's going to be our toe taps. So we're going to bring those feet up into tabletop. So we want to imprint that spine again, so drawing those stomach muscles in towards the ground. And we're just simply going to be tapping those toes down one at a time, okay? So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, tapping one foot down. Inhale, back in. Exhale, tapping that other toe. Inhale, back in. So just nice and slow and controlled, lightly tapping those toes down on the ground. Okay, then we return them back up to that tabletop position. So a few things to think about here. So we're still thinking about imprinting that spine, so drawing those stomach muscles in towards the ground, just so we lose that arch in our lower back. Okay, hands are just relaxing down by our side. Easier option here, okay, we can be tapping those toes closer towards that butt. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, you can tap those toes out a little bit further away from the butt. Okay, really feeling those abdominals engage. Nice big exhale through that mouth as we tap that toe down. Remember, it's just a light tap. We don't want to have that foot resting down. That's it, 20 seconds left. That's it, thinking about that T-zone as well. Let's go 5 seconds. And slowly coming down. Righty, our next one's going to be our single leg stretch. Okay, so one hand's going to go on the outside of our leg, the other hand's going to go on the inside. So our shoulder's going to be up off the ground, the other leg's going to be extended long. Okay, and then we're going to be swapping them over. Okay, so starting with our feet up in tabletop position again, imprint that spine, popping those hands on those knees. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, moving those hands to one leg, drawing that knee in, the other leg goes out nice and long. Inhale, swapping over, exhale, extend that other leg. Okay, so just going at your own pace with how long you want to hold that leg in towards that chest and out nice and long. So that leg that gets extended long, okay, we're not letting it touch the ground. By having it up in the air, it's really going to engage those abdominal muscles, okay? So quite a more intense exercise here by having those shoulders up off the ground as well. So if you need to, okay, you can go back down on the ground and rest that head down and do the same thing. Okay, that's going to make it easier. Or otherwise, obviously, if we can, really reaching those shoulders up off the ground, extending that leg nice and long. 20 seconds. So we've got a bit of a stretch here as well, but obviously our focus point here is those abdominal muscles. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming down. Whew, should definitely be able to feel in that one. Okay, our last two. Next one, our feet are going to be up in our tabletop position again, and we're going to go into our hundreds preparation. So it's going to look like this. So extend our legs up, and then we come back down. Okay, so feet starting in tabletop position, imprint that spine again, hands pointed up towards the ceiling, shoulders down and back. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone. And exhale, curling up, feet go up towards the sky, hands past our hips. Inhale, back to the ground. Exhale, curling up. Inhale as we come back down. Okay, so those feet are returning back to tabletop position again. Our hands are reaching past those hips as we curl up. And our feet are going straight up towards the ceiling, reaching through those toes. Okay, so easier option here, okay? We don't have to curl up quite so high. Okay, those hands don't have to come quite past those hips. Our feet can go straight up towards the ceiling. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, obviously curling up higher. And if you want to as well, we can extend those legs out on a little bit of an angle. Okay, so rather than straight up towards the ceiling, they can come out on an angle. That's it. Really feeling those abdominals, or those ribs, sorry, draw right down towards those hips. We've got 10 seconds left. Really reaching those hands past those hips. Last one. And coming down. Rightio, so that was our 100s preparation, preparing us for our 100. So our last abdominal one is our 100. So just a reminder, option 1, our feet are in tabletop. Option 2, feet are straight up. Or option 3, they're out on an angle. Okay, so whichever one you're going to choose, we're going to pulse those hands up and down. So starting with our feet in tabletop, imprint that spine again. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, curling up and start pulsing those hands up and down. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So either choosing option 1, option 2, or option 3 as we pulse those hands up and down. So making sure, okay, that we're reaching those hands past those hips, pulsing up and down, making sure we're trying not to hold that breath. So inhaling for a few pulses and exhaling for a few pulses. If you're starting to get a little bit necky, you can pop one hand behind that head, okay, or you can try and curl up a little bit higher. As you inhale for those few pulses, thinking about activating that T-zone. As you exhale, thinking about those ribs drawing down towards those hips. That's it, 20 seconds left. See if you can choose one of those harder options or curling up a little bit higher. That's it, 10 seconds. Really reaching those hands past those hips. 3, 2, 1. And coming down. Rightio, we're going to come into our butt series now. So come lying down on the ground, on our side, sorry. Bottom arm extended nice and long. Head resting on that upper part of the arm. Bending those knees so those feet are in line with the butt there. And our hips are nice and square. So our first one's going to be our clams. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone. And exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come back down. So keeping those feet squeezed together the whole time. Okay, first of our buttock series. Really thinking about squeezing those glutes. So just before we lift up that top knee, I want you to think about squeezing and activating those glutes. And then keeping them engaged the entire time as we lift up that knee. That's it. Remembering the rest of that body is completely still. We want to try and make sure that those hips are nice and square. Okay, so top hand can be in front here for support. Or if you want, you can pop it on those glutes and just really feel that muscle engage as we lift up that top leg. So hopefully a nice, easy one. We're not experiencing that pleasant burning sensation just yet. Guarantee you will shortly. That's it, 15 seconds. Really lifting up that top knee. 3, 2, 1, and coming down. So exactly the same setup. This time we're going to add a kick on with it, okay? So it's going to look, we're going to open that knee, we're going to extend it long, we're going to bring it back in and then close it down, okay? So the breathing's a little bit different with this one, so exactly the same setup. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone and lift up that top knee. Exhale, extend that leg long. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, close. That's it. So as we extend that leg, I want you to really think about reaching through those toes. Okay. As we extend that leg, also if you just look down towards your feet, you shouldn't be able to see that foot at all. Okay. So it should be in line with that body. So if you can see that leg, we're not extending it far enough back behind. Okay, so ideally we're extending it in line with our body or a little bit further back. Okay, so easier option here. We don't have to lift up that leg quite so high. Okay, and we're extending it in line with our body. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, see if we can lift it up a little bit higher and extend it further back behind our body, and you'll really start to feel that pleasant burning sensation. That's it, 15 seconds, last couple. Really reaching through that toe. See if you can lift up that leg a little bit higher for the last few. One more. And slowly coming down. Rightio, let's roll into our other side. So what we do on one side, we do on the other. So exactly the same thing on the other side. So bottom arm extended nice and long. Head resting on that upper arm, knees are bent, feet in line with our butt there. Okay, top hands just in front support. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, slowly coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come back down. That's it. So exactly the same focus points as before. Okay, eyes looking directly out in front of us. Making sure our shoulders are down and back and not hunching up. Our hips are nice and square. So we don't want that knee moving back too far. We're keeping those feet squeezed together. Thinking about activating those glutes just before we lift up that top knee. And then keeping them engaged the entire time. So remembering those options from before, so easier option, remember we don't have to lift up that knee quite so high. Otherwise, obviously harder option if we can. Lifting up that knee a little bit higher, really squeezing those glutes. And again, making sure those hips are staying nice and square and they're not rocking backwards. Try not to put too much pressure on that top hand. It's just there for support. Really feeling that burn in those glutes. Let's go one more. And coming down. Rightio, let's add in the kick out on that side. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone and lift up that top knee. Exhale, extend long. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, close. Rightio, let's go. A minute and a half. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, close. That's it. Exactly the same as what we did on the other side. Really thinking about reaching through those toes as we extend that leg long. Remembering if we just look down towards our feet as we kick that leg out, we shouldn't be able to see those feet at all, or that foot, sorry. So if you do, you need to make sure we try and kick it back a little bit further behind that body. So we're aiming for at least in line with the body, if not a little bit further back. Okay, so remembering those options, easier option, don't lift up that leg quite so high, and it can be in line with the body. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, see if we can kick that leg back a little bit further behind the body and or a little bit higher. That's it, really reaching through that toe. Should be starting to feel that nice cramping or burning sensation. That's it, about 10 seconds left. Last couple. See if we can lift up that leg a little bit higher. Really squeezing that butt. Last one. And coming down. Rightio, let's roll back onto the other side. So we're going to do our clams, but this time it's going to be at 90 degrees. Okay, so we're going to shuffle those knees in a little bit closer to at that 90-degree angle. Okay, so exactly the same as our other one, we're going to do it with our feet down. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, lower. So you'll find that it is quite a smaller movement compared to that last one. Okay, but you should hopefully after a few start to feel it in a different part of those glutes, okay, because we've got those knees in closer than what they were. So just really trying to make sure it's a little bit hard, obviously, because I don't have you in a physical setting. Okay, but really trying to make sure that those feet and those knees are at that nice 90-degree angle. Okay, keeping those feet squeezed together as we lift up that top knee. And then exactly the same focus points as before. So our eyes looking directly out in front of us. Okay, our top hand's just in front for support. Our shoulders are down and back. We're thinking about squeezing those glutes just before we lift up that top knee and then keeping them engaged the whole time. If you're anything like me, my other butt's still burning from that one before. I've got that nice pleasant burning sensation on the other side currently. That's it, 15 seconds. Really squeezing that butt and lifting up that knee. One more. And coming down. So exactly the same thing then on this side, we're going to do our kick out. So where we maintain that 90-degree angle as we lift up that leg up and down. So exactly the same setup, we don't need to change anything, still keeping those feet at 90 degrees. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come back down. Okay, so if you're a bit of a visualizer, so I've said before, maybe you can think about a dog peeing on a tree, lifting up their leg, trying to maintain that 90-degree angle the whole time. Really opening up those legs. So similar focus points as before. Okay, maintaining that 90-degree angle. Shoulders are still down and back. Top hands in front for support. So easier option here. Okay, we don't have to lift up that top knee quite so high. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, obviously lifting it up higher, just making sure we're maintaining that 90-degree angle the entire time. That's it. 25 seconds left. Really squeezing those glutes. I'm definitely experiencing that nice burning sensation. Getting ready to massage that butt out just before we move over to that other side. 10 seconds left. Last couple. See if you can lift it up a little bit higher for the last few. 2, 1, and down. Rightio, roll onto the other side. If you need to give your butt a quick massage out, you can. Okay, otherwise exactly the same thing on the other side. Okay, so bottom arm extended nice and long, bending those knees in so they're at that 90-degree angle. Okay, shoulders down and back. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, slowly coming back down. Exhale, top knee comes up. Inhale, coming back down. So keeping those feet squeezed together the whole time. Maintaining that 90-degree angle. That's it. Remembering those options before, so easier option, remember we don't have to lift up that top knee quite so high. Otherwise, obviously, if we want to make it harder, see if we can lift up that top knee a little bit higher, but making sure we're keeping those feet squeezed together. That top hand's just in front for support. Those shoulders are down and back and our eyes looking directly out in front of us. That's it, remembering to squeeze and activate those glutes just before we lift up that top knee. And then keeping them engaged the entire time. That's it, 15 seconds left. Last few, see if we can lift up a little bit higher. Keeping those feet together. 3, 2, 1. Radio. I need to get this one a massage out already. Radio, last one is going to be that kick out. Okay, so maintain that 90 degrees as we open up that top knee. So exactly the same position. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, coming back down. Let's go, 90 seconds. Exhale as we open. Inhale as we come back down. That's it, really squeezing those glutes. I'm still burning from the one before. Not sure why. It'll be a long 90 seconds. Okay, so remembering, as we said, if you're a visualizer, thinking about a dog peeing on a tree, really trying to maintain that 90-degree angle the entire time. Simply lifting up that knee, up and down. So remembering an easier option. Okay, we don't have to lift up that knee quite so high. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, see if we can lift up a little bit higher. Really squeezing those glutes. Yep, there's that nice cramping experience. 30 seconds. Really exhaling through that mouth as we lift up that knee. Inhale through our nose as we come back down. 15 seconds. Last few. Three, 2, 1. Whew. And coming down. Rightio, give that butt another massage out if you need. We're going to come back to the start now. Already got my timer saying I've only got 10 minutes left. So I'm only going to do each one, okay, for 45 seconds, okay? So each exercise is only going to go for 45. So we're going to go back to that single leg circle. Okay, so come lying down on our back. So exactly the same ones. Let's see if you can test your memory because I'll have to be super quick. Okay, so start lying on our back, one leg straight up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lower. Inhale, circling out and around. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, circling out and around. Obviously, you're just not bending that leg. You don't have a table in your way as you're trying to circle that leg out and around. So obviously as we lower that leg down towards the ground, try not to let it touch. Okay, really reaching through those toes. That's it. So it's only 45 seconds, so half the amount of time as what we did in that first round. Rightio, let's swap over straight over to the other side. So inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, lower. Inhale, circling out and around. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, circling out and around. So just consider that first one maybe as your practice round. So really reaching through those toes as we lower that leg down towards the ground. That's it. Last few. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rightio, let's bring those feet back up. We're going to go into our toe tap. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, tapping those toes down. Inhale as we come back in. So it's really quick transitions. We don't get as much rest, okay, as what we did before, mainly because I'm not having to go back through the exercises. So we should have a bit of an idea of what we need to be doing. So tapping those toes down one at a time. Really engage in that core. Okay, so we've only got 15 seconds left. So seeing if we can tap those toes down a little bit further behind that butt. Really feeling those abdominals. 3, 2, 1. Rightio, lowering or keeping those feet back up. Okay, next one's that single leg stretch. So inhale, activate that T-zone. And exhale, extend that leg long. Inhale, swapping over. So really quick transitions. Okay, remembering those last 2 exercises is that hundreds preparation and then that hundreds. So 20 seconds, really reaching through those toes, extending that leg nice and long. See if you can lift those shoulders up off the ground a little bit higher. We've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Rightio. Bringing those feet up to tabletop position, hands coming up towards the ceiling. Let's go our hundreds preparation. So inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, curling up, hands past hips, legs coming up. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we curl up. Inhale as we come back down. So remembering, we've only got about 20 seconds left. So see if we can curl up a little bit higher for those last couple. Half the amount of time as what we have been doing. 10 seconds. Really engaging those glutes, oh, those abs, sorry, not those glutes, they're coming up. 1, and coming down. Rightio, last 45 seconds is that 100. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, curling up, either choosing option 1, 2, or 3. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 20 seconds left. So see if you can choose one of those harder options as we pulse those hands up and down. Curling those shoulders up a little bit higher. Last ab one, 10 seconds. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Rightio, back onto the side. Super quick transitions. We're going back to those clams. We're going to do all 4 on one side. I don't know whether this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but we're soon going to find out. So start with bending those knees, feet behind our butt. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. Okay. So use this one as your nice little warm-up one. Start to ease into those clams. Remembering that kick out's a little bit of a harder one. That's it. We've got 15 seconds left. Really opening up that knee. So because it's less than, we've only got, oh, too late now, let's wait in the next one. Rightio, let's go straight into that kick out. So inhale, open, exhale, extend, inhale, feet together, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, extend, inhale, feet together, exhale, close. So we've got 30 seconds. So see if you can lift up that leg a little bit higher. Okay, kicking it back a little bit further behind the body. Really reaching with that leg. That's it, 15 seconds left. Pick up that leg a little bit higher, really feeling those glutes engage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Radio, shuffle those knees forward and do our clams at 90 degrees. So inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower. So super quick transitions. Still doing the movements nice and controlled. Okay, we don't have to go quicker on the movements. We just want to try and open up a little bit higher. 20 seconds left. See if you can push those feet together and open up that top knee a little bit higher. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Radio straight into that open. So inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lower. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. Nice controlled. As we said, see if we can lift up that top knee a little bit higher. We've got 25 seconds left. Squeezing those glutes and then keeping them engaged the entire time. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Radio, let's roll over onto our other side. 4 on the other side, and then we're done. Hopefully I'm not going to run out of time. Okay, so bottom arm extended nice and long, bending those knees, feet in line with that butt, into our first clam. So inhale, activate our T-zone. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. So really squeezing those glutes as we lift up that top knee, up and down. As we said, see if we can lift it up a little bit higher. We've got less than 20 seconds left. I think I've got 2 minutes left of recording. I don't know if that maths is going to work out. Lying back down our side, bending those knees. So we're going to go straight into our kick out. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, and lift up that top knee. Exhale, extend long. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, close. That's it. So for those that will be doing the recording at a later date, you will not have time to rest your butt. People that have been doing it live, got a nice little rest in between as our video cut out. That's it. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and let's shuffle that knee in a little bit closer at that 90-degree angle. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we lower back down. That's it. So really squeezing those glutes. Okay, as we open up that top knee. Inhale as we slowly come back down. So remember, it's a shorter one, so see if we can lift up that knee a little bit higher. Really pushing those feet together. Squeezing those glutes. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go straight into our last one. So inhale, activate that T-zone. And exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come back down. So remember, we've only got 30 seconds left, so see if we can lift up that knee a little bit higher. Really squeezing that glute, maintaining that 90-degree, opening up those hips. That's it, 15 seconds. Nice work. Last few. Got 5 seconds left. Really opening up that knee. 2, 1, and coming down. Radio, we'll have a bit of a stretch. So coming up onto those hands and knees. Just going to go into our prayer stretch. So reaching those hands out, bringing that butt down towards our feet and feeling that stretch in that back. So making sure we're still taking nice big deep breaths, inhaling through our nose. And as we exhale, see if we can creep those fingers a little bit further forward. Really deepening that stretch. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming up. It's going to go into our glute stretch, okay? So you're just going to put one foot in. Oh, what? Hang on, I think I'm still on.
Yeah, you're still on, Beck.
I'm still on, just my screen popped up. Okay, so it's going to pop one foot out in front. Okay, slide that other leg back. Okay, so you can either sit up nice and tall here. Okay, or you can come down, kneeling down, feeling that stretch in that glute. And currently, I need to get a different coloured mat because my tights are blending in with the mat. So stepping that foot forward, sliding that other leg back, feeling that stretch in those glutes. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming up, swapping those legs over so that other leg comes out in front, bending that knee down, sliding that foot back. And either option 1, standing up into it, or option 2, we can bring those elbows down and sitting into that stretch. Really stretching out those glutes. Three, 2, 1, and slowly coming up, just sitting onto your bottom. We'll just go into our armchair stretch. So sitting on our butt, knees are bent, so our hands are just coming in underneath those knees. So we can either hold onto those wrists, we can hold onto the forearms, and just taking that chin down, eyes looking towards those knees and rounding out that back. Feeling as if someone's pulling a piece of string behind us. Giving that back a nice deep stretch. Again, nice deep breaths, inhale and exhale. And as we exhale, see if we can round that back out a bit further. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming up. Okay, I'm just going to extend one leg out nice and long. Okay, our other foot just on the inside of that thigh. Our hands are going to come up towards the ceiling. We're going to turn that chest towards that bent knee and then lean over towards that straight one. So I'll just repeat again because sometimes I know the physical one, people get confused. So up, turn towards the bent knee, leaning over towards the straight one, feeling that nice deep stretch in the side of our waist there. Let's go 3, 2, 1. And slowly coming up, swapping that leg over, other leg out nice and straight, other foot on the inside of that thigh, arm reaching up, we're going to turn towards that bent knee and then lean over towards that straight one. Nice deep breaths again, same as before as you exhale, see if you can lean over a little bit further, deepen that stretch. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming up, and you're all done.